Imran Khan is untested in the government, so it's hard to assess how much of this can he deliver. We decided to speak to someone who has known him very closely, his ex-wife Reham Khan, now a journalist and WION special guest on the Pakistan election. She decoded Khan's speech and advised Pakistan to take it with a pinch of salt.
It is charming to hear that. The proof is in the pudding, as I say. So I think that if he means it, then I think all Pakistan and all India would support that. We want peace in the region, and we want a conciliatory tone, obviously. So certainly this is a good first step. I would say that, you know, this is not a bad start, and it is certainly something that should be appreciated. But I hope that he means it, because we've heard so many good things coming from Imran, and we heard these at the beginning of his. In fact, I mean, if you listen to the whole bit, actually, the talk about not using the Prime Minister house, and we don't want to live in these palatial apartments, and we want to be. We've heard them all before when he was given the government in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. But those promises, I'm sorry to report, he failed us on those promises. So if he means that he wants peace in the region, then I think he needs to put his words into practice very, very soon. And certainly some of the extremist elements that he has been seen supporting recently, he needs to detach them himself and the party very quickly from them. He needs to show us in Parliament that that he will be making himself available for Parliament, since in the last tenure he has only appeared in Parliament 5%, less than 5% of the times, and every single time it's been actually been on foreign issues, particularly when it has been a Saudi-related issue. He's made his presence in the Parliament. So I think that we need to have, of course, he needs to talk to people. If you look at his past record, I mean, it's been confusing, and that's how I've always described him, certainly in the recent past, that it's confusing. He says one thing and then he does another.
Right.
So if you look at the pictures, for example, one of the main complaints that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf had and made and were very vocal about were the Nawaz Sharif-Modi relationship and the friendliness in this relationship. Then when we saw back in 2016, when Imran requested for a meeting with Prime Minister Modi at the time, and he looked very, very friendly in that image. But he wasn't, of course, criticized for that friendliness. So as I said, I think that if he does what Pakistan wants him to do, and what Pakistanis and moderate Pakistanis, the vast majority of us are moderate, what we want from our leadership, then that is peace. But if he is still listening to scripts handed down to him,
right,
which has been really been a huge problem in his political career, then that would be very disappointing for the electorate.